I'm Dan, and my co-host, the Danny Beardsley Experience. Dude. How you doing?
Very well, thanks, mate. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all good, thank you. Nice and refreshed.
What you been up to?
I've just had a little trip away to Scarborough.
Scarborough?
Are we going to Scarborough Fair?
What's that?
You not remember that song?
No, not at all.
It's a, who is it? That weird couple. Two blokes.
Anton Deck?
Not Anton Deck, no. Oh, it's...
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
One's got like a little mini fro, and one hasn't. Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh, I thought he was saying Will Ferrell and what's his name out of Step Brothers.
Similar. One of them looks similar. Yeah, I've had a lovely little breakaway.
Tell me more. Tell the listeners more. What have you been up to?
Well, I've lived the life of a 70-year-old woman. I went to see a little performance by an old man on keyboards called Howard Beaumont at the Scarborough Spa.
Strong name.
I was the youngest in the audience by quite some way. Lovely little ditties. He did like a little nautical medley to start with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any rendish? You like to do a little?
No, it was all keyboard. He had like 3-4 keyboards all set up, so he had like a little organ thing.
Oh, so you can't recreate it vocally for the listeners?
No, but I do have a little recording that we can probably splice in there.
Oh, get ready.
We'll get that in there, won't we? And then I had some lovely fish and chips. Went to about 4 different coffee shops.
What was the best coffee that you had done?
It's probably this morning at Espresso Yourself. That was quite nice.
Creative name.
Very creative, yeah.
Did you have anything on the side of that with that coffee? Anything that complemented it?
Not this morning, no, because I was full from yesterday's food escapades.
Okay.
So I had 3 breakfasts yesterday. I had a light bite savoury breakfast, a buttered bagel with 1 coffee.
Oh.
I then had a cinnamon bun with the
Nice.
second coffee. And then with the 3rd coffee, I had a full Scottish breakfast.
What's the difference between a...
It's got like square sausages on it and a potato cake. Potato cake,
them potato cakes are well nice.
Loved it. Banging with a bit of a runny egg on it. And then last night I went to see a play, in which, again, I was the youngest in there by about 20 years.
Yeah, you sent a picture through of all the seating. It did look like you were in the play.
Yeah, I was on I got the cheap seats, but I was actually like inside. It was like being inside the play because I was like next to all the props.
You were a prop.
I was a prop, yeah. Oh, and I did get involved in a way.
How? Tell me more.
So at the end, one of the actors is kind of pointed at the crowd, making comments, and he mentioned to the lady next to me, how's your husband doing? Oh, it looks like you're feeding him well. And then pointed at me, which was a nice little insult. So cheers, whoever that actor is. I'll remember you.
Prick.
Absolute dickhead. Anyway, that's enough about me, but I'm feeling really relaxed from it. It's a lovely little breakaway.
Oh, brilliant. I'm glad you had a good time.
Loved it. How about you, Danny?
I'm just going to say, we went to Scarborough once, and the weather wasn't very good, for one.
Okay.
The standout memory that I have from it is we went down to the beach, it poured it down with rain, and Heather was stood there with an umbrella.
Yeah.
And she happened to look down and notice a pile of dog feces with a cockroach, like, just trekking across it, like a little mountain.
Oh, wow.
And she was just, like, stood there thinking, that kind of sums up this day.
That's somewhat Scarborough for you. I mean, it's quite nice, actually.
Is Scarborough, is that the place with those, like, weird carriage things that go down the hill?
Yeah, it's got, like, the tram, the weird, like...
You know what they're called? We went on that.
I'll call it a hill tram.
Hill tram.
I also went on it after I was going back to the hotel because I wasn't walking up the steps for like the 15th time.
Yeah.
My little legs were hurting me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Went for a nice walk in the peaks at the weekend, which was really lovely. We met with some friends.
Whereabouts did you go? Was it just generic Peak District?
I don't remember the name of the place. Yulegrave?
No, I never heard of it. I mean, I'm sure it exists. I'm sure you're not lying, but I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it was nice. Walked a couple of dogs.
Oh, just random dogs? Steal a couple of dogs, did you?
Yeah, our friends have got dogs.
Oh,
a little sausage dog and a little beagle.
I love sausage dogs.
Yeah, they're wonderful dogs. I'd really like a dog. But...
I mean, I always think, with dogs, I always think, it's not natural though, is it? They've been bred to like look certain ways and stuff. I always think the sausage dog, like, it's just like a joke dog.
They're not very good with stairs, are they? That's the thing.
It's because their legs are like a mile away, a mile apart. Is it a really long sausage dog?
Well,
Or is it like a relatively short sausage dog?
It was.
Is it a jumbo hot dog or is it a standard?
I'd say
sizzler?
like a standard sausage, like a breakfast sausage.
Chipolata or
No,
a fatter one?
No, it was actually quite a lean sausage dog.
Was it? So maybe a Cumberland chipolata.
Yeah, maybe that. I'm not that into sausages, but if you say so.
So are you not on the pork train at the minute?
No, not on the pork train.
I mean, we mentioned it in the intro once, and you were back on the pork train at that point. Are you off the pork train again?
Yeah, I succumbed to a bacon roll once, and that was I felt too guilty afterwards. So
Why haven't you gone
back
back?
off the pork train?
Why haven't you gone back?
It's just pigs too cute, aren't they? They are cute.
Yeah, but they taste too good.
Yeah, I know you like all kinds of pork, don't you? You're the pork master.
I'm not sure I agree with that, but I eat a large amount of pigs a year. Yeah, probably eat, I don't know, 7 or 8 pigs a year.
How does that make you feel?
Can you quantify that?
Oh God.
Well, they're not having a good life anyway, are they?
I don't know.
I'm giving their lives meaning.
Isn't there a saying, happy as a pig in muck?
Well, yeah, but
I mean, that's literally a saying for comparing how happy you are.
okay. I mean, ideologically, I am a vegan.
So you can see why people do it.
Of course.
You just can't bring yourself to it.
No, because I'm a man of pleasure,
Yeah.
and that'll be taking one of my pleasures away.
Okay. It's a short laugh, mate. Do the things you enjoy,
Exactly.
as long as it's not hurting anyone else.
Well, apart from the pigs.
Poor little piggies.
I know. I love pigs. I love animals, so what a shame, eh? What have you been listening to, Danny?
What have I been listening to? Oh, I know what I've been listening to. Lots of Stained.
Ooh, a classic.
They've got their new album out. Confessions
Of a something.
Bear with.
Bear with us. I've not listened to it yet, Danny. While you're having a little search, you've mentioned it. So you think you sent it to me? Was it yesterday or today? And I've still not listened to it yet. But what's it called?
Still not
Oh no,
found
I
it.
still not found it. Okay, I thought you had the look on your face like you found it.
It's not even loading.
Oh my god, do I need to get my phone out? It's
Confessions of the Fallen, but it's the deluxe edition. It's got a couple of extra songs on it. So I listened to that, and then afterwards, the recommended music after that was Seven Dust. So I went on like a bit of a Seven Dust kind of mix. So
Yep.
everything from, like the first couple of albums right through to the latest stuff. I love their vocals and then like the groove in that band. But yeah, generally kind of the heavier stuff this week.
Brilliant. Well, I've not really been listening to a lot of music. I've mostly been listening to The Hotel Avocado by Bob Mortimer, the audiobook.
It's bound to be funny, surely.
It's hilarious.
Is it
So,
outrageous? at
It's
times?
outrageous, yeah. I listened to his podcast, Athletico Mints, as well, and he draws some of the characters in his book, his inspiration from some of the characters on the podcast.
Oh, wow.
So, it's hilarious. And the audiobook's, like, read by him and Paul Whitehouse and some of his, like, mates as well.
Oh, I might have to listen to that.
So good. So, like, some bits are so funny. I was walking around Scarborough yesterday just pissing myself with my headphones in.
Just people like pulling their kids away from you, like stay away from him.
If they were, I didn't notice it 'cause I was enraptured by the audiobook.
You was happy as a pig in mug.
I was as happy as a pig in mug, yes. And I'd have been happy if someone ate me at the end of the day. I'd have been fine with that. But they didn't, so I'm still here.
Yes. Well, thank God for that. I know the listeners will be happy that you're still here to entertain them in a light manner.
A very light, entertaining manner. I claim no more than that.
Like a manner as in a building?
No, Danny.
No, not that kind of manner.
Shall we talk about who we've got on the podcast this week?
We've got a wonderful young man on this week's episode.
He's such a great guy, so funny. It was
Yeah.
a pleasure to have him here in the studio with us.
He's very talented, great voice as well. He's got like a blues rock kind of raspy, just like soulful voice.
Yeah.
Great songwriter. John Hartwell.
John Hartwell, the legend.
Yeah, we love him dearly, and it was so good to have him on this show.
We do. Did we nearly have him in Emperor Chung once?
We did actually, and he came down and had we kind of saw if we could work things out, didn't we? See how things would go. And
you know what my memory's like? I can't really remember.
Yeah.
Shall we crack on with the pod?
Let's crack on with the pod.
Enjoy. Yeah, a singer can't. It's probably better sometimes. Drummers are a bit unhinged, aren't they?
Some of them are.
Oh yeah.
So how's things then?
All right, thank you. Yeah, pretty good. Busy.
Not seen for about. It must be 10 years, maybe.
It's more than that.
Is it more
I
than
reckon.
10 years? You've racked up a better beard than me in 10 years, so well done.
It's an
Thank
epic
you very
beard.
much. I think last time I saw you would have been when you played Download.
Oh, was you there?
Yeah.
You saw us at Download? I didn't realise.
Yeah.
Did I see you at Download?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember. Sorry.
His
I saw
memory's,
all of you.
His memory's terrible.
The occasion was a bit much.
I only went to see you.
Was we
what
good?
a legend.
Yeah, amazing.
Thank you.
And the tent was rammed as well.
I know. Thankfully, it was raining.
Yeah, it helped that you were
Yeah.
you were the only band on inside a tent when it was pissing it down.
Exactly. The first band of the festival. Oh,
Good
yeah,
times.
cheers, dude. Yeah, no.
We were told about that, weren't we, by someone. I won't name names, but they were like, rain helped you out.
I was like, whoa. Yeah, but halfway through your set, it stopped raining and everyone stayed in there. So
I mean, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the ones that were in the middle, they were kind of like...
They had no escape,
we're gonna have
really.
to Wait.
Guys, carry on watching these idiots. So what have you been up to anyway? These past
phew,
how many years was it since you played Download?
it was 2014, wasn't it?
It was 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
11 years.
Yeah,
11
11
years.
years. Oh, well, about a year after that,
Yeah.
I started These Wicked Rivers, and I've just been doing that for the last 10 years.
Pretty successful.
Yeah.
It's doing all right now.
Yeah.
It's probably about 7 years of
Slog.
a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it's a lot more hard work now. So it's insane at the moment.
So you've been going about 10 years now then?
Yeah, our 10th anniversary is in October.
Wow.
We're doing a sort of big show at KK's in Wolverhampton.
Oh, nice.
It should be awesome.
Oh, amazing.
So how did you keep your band together for 10 years, John? Because all the bands I've been in
It's fall apart after a few
fall
years.
apart after a few years. So it's just tough, isn't it, keeping
Yeah.
keeping a band together?
It is. I mean, we've struggled to keep hold of bass players. We've worked our way through a lot of bass
you?
players. Yeah. Just because bass players have got a life outside of the band and the rest of us haven't. So like they've all sort of got better jobs where they can't dedicate the time to the band, or they've had kids so they can't dedicate the time to the band. Yeah. And yeah, we're still good friends with all of them. They still come and see us play sometimes.
Is that where your crowds come from? Just ex-bass players?
Ex-bass players, yeah.
You filled an entire venue of ex-bass players. It's
Yeah.
great. It's a great way of doing it, John.
It is.
10 years is a lot of bass players. So, Danny, get that in here. Make that part of your next band. Just keep sacking bass players.
Bass players.
But become really good friends with them.
I mean, we've not sacked any of them.
Oh, sorry. Just for the record,
They've just,
left of their own accord.
yeah.
Was there some mind games that were involved? Did you gaslight them into like leaving a little bit? Just asking the question.
No,
Okay,
we did
fair
not.
enough, fair enough.
We were
I stand corrected.
very upset when they left, because every time we were like, "This is it. This is the bass player. We've got one that will stay." No,
But ultimately, it's another member of that crowd, isn't it? And that's
Yeah.
what counts at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
Yep. More people in the crowd, more merch. Happy days.
Exactly.
And you've got
bass
an
players don't
amazing...
buy merch.
I was going to say, you've got an amazing collection of merch.
We have got
unreal.
Yeah, it's pretty mental. What merch we've got? We've got soap now as well since you last came to see us.
I think
Scrub yourself with
You've got
us.
like... what was on that I saw? I thought, oh yeah, that's amazing. Like beard oil.
Yeah, beard oils.
I mean, it's a perfect match, really, isn't it?
yeah. It's made by Dandy Gent in Derby. The beard
Okay.
oil and the soap.
And is that a barber's?
Yeah.
Have they got one in Nottingham as well?
Yes, they have.
I think I used to go to next to the train station. There was one near the
I
train
don't know
station.
where it is.
I think I used to go to one of them, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really need it, unfortunately.
you got a little bit on the end. Put a bit of oil in
It's
that,
a-
make it look nice and shiny.
It's a token beard, isn't it?
It's a token beard. It's embarrassing, really. My name's Beardsley. I mean, beard is
Beardless, I like.
beard
I mean,
by
you
name,
just-
beard not by nature.
You just don't have the follicles, do you?
All the hormones.
Oh, let's not go into... Let's not go into hormones. It's not that kind of podcast. It's not a hormone-based podcast. There's other podcasts available if that's what you're into. Anyway,
Oh, here we go.
we're not told the fans.
I've just thought exactly
the
the same.
listeners who we got on. It's just some random bloke talking at the minute. Who is it, Danny?
It's John Hartwell.
It's John Hartwell. Welcome, John.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Local legend.
Local legend.
I don't know about that. That's stretching it.
You are.
These Wicked Rivers frontman and singer, songwriter extraordinaire.
I'll take that. I'll happily
Handsome
take
devil
that.
as well.
Indeed. We're better
You
beard
are a
than me.
sweet talker.
Yeah.
Yeah. You meant to back me up.
What? He has got a better beard than you.
I'm trying, though.
No one else tries.
It's much better.
Thank you. So it's the These Wicked Rivers beard oil that does it.
Available now.
TheseWickedRivers.com.
Oh, get it in there. Get it going. Are you happy with your beverage?
I guess dreaming of heaven with a coffee in hand, caffeine wonderland.
I am, thank you, yeah. It's black coffee, innit? You can't go wrong.
You can at
Can
this
we
time
just
of night.
can we just say that we didn't give him back? He requested black coffee.
I did request
We didn't request
coffee.
coffee. We gave him black coffee with no condiments.
Condiments. We're not putting salad cream in it.
I mean, salad. Do you have salad? You do have salad cream available. I've seen it in the cupboard.
Not in coffee.
Have you tried it?
I've not, no, because I like the taste of coffee. So black coffee.
Do you like the taste
with
of
no
salad
sugar.
cream?
I know where this is going. I've had this conversation many times before, and last time I had this conversation, someone convinced me to drink Coke with onion in it because I like Coke and I like onion.
He spotted me.
Cunyon.
Cunyon?
It's
Can't say that.
it's not a pleasant combination.
No, I don't imagine it is.
I don't think salad cream and coffee would be either, but you know.
No, exactly. That's why I'm not going to try it.
We're creative people, aren't we?
I learned my lesson with the Coke and onion.
All combinations stop here. Cunyon will not happen.
I don't know why you'd agree to that.
I think it might have been Rich Shaw that pestered me into it.
Oh, we had Rich on the other day, didn't we?
Pesky Rich Shaw.
That bloody Rich Shaw.
Yeah. He'll do it for £7. You remember when he had that thin
Seven-
ghost
What?
chili, whatever it was?
Oh, yeah.
In Annie's Burger.
Yeah, and his Burger Shack, yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'll do it. £7. Done.
The stuff he's probably been up to with Cradle of Filth. Do you know what I mean?
I don't even want to think about it.
The combinations he's probably tried. And I'm going to leave it there.
Leave it to your imagination. John, do you want to tell us a bit more about These Wicked Rivers, what you've been up to and what's on the horizon? And
Just been sort of working hard, gigging, touring as much as we can. We had a really successful tour sort of earlier in the year, quite a few sellout dates on it. Played to a lot of new people that they'd never seen us before. They just like heard us on the radio and thought they'd come out and check us out and stuff.
that's well cool.
That's
It's
banging,
awesome.
that is.
It's proper mental when people tell you that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Hearing us on the radio for the first time was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like driving to work, and I stopped off at the petrol station to buy some sandwiches and stuff because I got up too late to make any. Just as I got back in the car, our song came on. Absolutely mental.
Oh, amazing.
But that's when you know you've made it, isn't it, John?
I don't know. I think you've made it when you can afford to quit your job.
Well, there's that as well. But hearing yourself just randomly on the radio is pretty cool as well.
Oh yeah, that is very cool.
And the European tour you've just done as well.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was we had such a good time, a lot of laughs, and they really know how to look after you over there.
Oh, God.
Whereabouts did you go? What kind of countries was it?
We did the Netherlands, France, and Germany, and then back to the Netherlands again.
Oh, lovely. Any favourite place?
I mean, all of the Netherlands is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
The venues over there are incredible. The crowds in France are absolutely mental. They proper love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, everyone in Germany was lovely too. And
Yeah.
just every venue you go to in Europe, they cook a full meal and like as soon as you finish sound check, you go off into like the back room and just have a sit down meal with all the staff.
Oh, amazing.
So you don't have to worry about food at any point on the
Pretty good
tour.
at it.
I mean, that's how a band should be treated, really,
Yeah.
shouldn't it?
One of the venues in Netherlands as well, the woman made us some sandwiches to take home for lunch the next day as well.
Oh, that's well
Legend.
Yeah. Just an absolutely incredible experience.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Over here, completely different.
Oh, yeah, over here you have to fight for a bottle of water.
Yeah. Oh, well, you want water? What do you want water for?
I need some stage water. Or I'll dry out when I'm singing.
Well, it's available at the bar. That's what it said out.
You're asking too much.
That's exactly what it's like over here.
But that's the really cool thing about like traveling all that way to these different countries, and then people have come out to see you. That's exactly what you want. That's what you want music to do, don't you? To bring people together, and without getting too hippie, but.
You was hippie last
amazing.
time. You keep going a bit hippie, you do.
No.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Has something happened recently?
No.
Any trauma?
I've just reached that stage in my life.
Oh, no.
Is it midlife crisis, maybe, or something?
Yeah, you got like dream. Yeah, you've got Dreamcatcher somewhere, haven't you?
It's Scott.
He'll be buying a camper van next.
He wants a camper van.
I'd like a camper van. I can't afford a camper van, John.
Don't give him any ideas.
They're way too expensive.
They are
vintage now, aren't they?
expensive.
Well,
And I'm the only one in the family who likes camping, so it's a lonely
It's different
life.
in a camper van, though, isn't it?
it's not download, is it? Come on.
It's not a tent.
Some of the horrific times we've camped at download. It's not that.
Yeah, we've been at download when there's been tents set on fire.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, that happens every year.
Does it?
Yeah.
We woke up one year, John. We woke up. There'd been horrific rain. Woke up and you walked and there was sludge up to your knees, and we just went right. We went home, and then we got the bus back in because it was like I think it was like for my 8th or 9th time at download, and I just had enough.
Yeah.
Just had enough of
I think
the shit.
the last time I went would have been 2014, I think. Me and Rich Shaw just took it in turns to drive in.
Yeah.
Didn't bother camping.
Yeah.
I'd got my blue badge so we could park right next to the entrance.
Oh, nice.
Amazing.
The utility badge.
Was that Aerosmith?
Yeah, it was.
And Lincoln Park, I think, played that year.
Yes, they did.
And Alter Bridge. It was a really good lineup.
Well, did I go that year?
it
Was that
was-
the year?
went, yeah.
That was the last year I went, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
think.
Lincoln Park did Hybrid
Hybrid
Theory
Theory
in full.
It was magic,
Yes.
wasn't it?
It was amazing. And I was in two minds about whether to see them or Status Quo
Oh, okay.
because they were on at the same time.
Was
was-
Rick still around at that point?
Yeah.
Because he,
It was
yeah,
not long.
He would have
It
been
was not long before. I think.
No.
Well, for both of them. For
Yeah, for
Chester
both
as
of
well,
them, yeah.
wasn't it?
Seeing Chester perform Hybrid Theory in full was incredible.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah. It was,
It brought back so many teenage memories
Yeah.
and feelings. They all started bubbling up.
Get down.
Oh, it's banging. Have you got any tours coming up or anything, John? Or any album releases? Any songs coming out?
Well, the album came out in March.
Oh, still pretty new then.
Still
Yes.
pretty new, yeah.
Awesome as well, dude.
Oh,
Awesome.
cheers, man.
Available on
Thank you.
Spotify and Apple Music and all good music.
Streaming platforms.
Or even better, you could buy it and we'll get paid for it.
Yeah, this comes up a bit as well on the pod,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
And there's package deals as well where you can buy the CD with a T-shirt or... Well, there was anyway.
I think they might still be, but I'm not sure. I've not had a look for a
Can
while.
you get a CD and beard oil combination? It's like a special beard-based album combo.
You could when you were pre-ordering. I don't know if they're still there now.
Check it out. The only way to do it is to have a little
Yeah.
look, isn't it?
TheseWickedRivers.com.
There you go.
Have a little stream to see if you like it, and then buy a proper one.
Have you got a vinyl as well for all the vinyl?
We do, yes.
Fanatics out there.
We did a limited edition forest green vinyl that sold out sort of, I think, on pre-orders, and now we've done a Merlot.
Oh.
It's basically
Ooh.
see-through purple, but
Okay.
we call it Merlot because we all love a Merlot. Who doesn't?
Indeed. Well, I like a good port. A nice port.
A port?
Yeah, are you a fan of port?
Now I'm under 80.
Oh, like I was.
I'm a fan of a port.
You are, I mean, yeah, we're going away soon. Going on a little podcast holiday, aren't we?
Yeah.
To Scotland. And we've already discussed the cheese board and port options in the evening.
Yep.
To be fair, with a cheese board, that's a different ball
There
game,
we
isn't
go,
it?
look. That's the only time you drink port, really, isn't it? Because nowadays, only for me. I used to drink quite a bit back in the day.
Yeah, well, I remember one time having a bottle of port, and it was when we were living at Heather's old house.
Yeah.
So she said, "Oh, are you having a drink tonight?" I said, "Oh, I've got that port." But she said, "Yeah, go and get yourself a glass." So, all right, okay. And I shouted through to her from the kitchen, "I'm going to use one of these posh glasses." She said she was in the front room thinking, "What posh glasses?" And I'd used a trifle dish. Like one of them, like they're like mini ones.
They're like wide, though.
Well, it was quite like fat and
I suppose it's like a
chalice.
martini glass kind of esque. Oh,
yeah. I mean,
That's incredible.
it hit the spot. I got some some port sippers. In fact, I've got one
some.
left.
I've got some. The little stem on them, the
Yeah.
little tail. They're like
Don't put it in dishwasher.
I ain't got a dishwasher.
I did have two, and then I put one in the dishwasher.
What happened to it? Did it smash or did it dissolve? I don't know what I'm expecting.
He took some cleaning out.
Oh.
He's seen a lot of pieces in the bottom of the dishwasher.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
Enough of our port drinking, John. So the album's out.
Yeah, the album's out. It did really well. We got to number 3 in the UK rock chart with it,
That's
which
banging.
was
incredible.
pretty pretty mind-blowing, to be honest.
Who beat you?
Oh, God.
'Cause I'd be going after him.
I think it might have been Liam Gallagher.
You can't really take him out, can you?
Not really, no. I think he beat us by about 20,000 sales.
The drugs didn't kill him, so nothing's going to, is it? So he's in for the long run.
He seems double hard.
And have you got any gigs coming up? Any tours coming up or anything like that?
Yeah, we've got quite a lot of gigs coming up, to be honest.
Always gigs.
The best place to find out is thesewickedrivers.com/shows.
You can check the dates, pick up some merch on the way, and then pop out to Co-op, get yourself some port and some cheese.
Or you could get the These Wicked Rivers gin.
Oh my God!
Here we go.
What we've got today is a real salesman.
I like it.
What kind of gin is it? Is it a London gin? A dry?
It's just a really nice gin.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to say it's horrible, are you?
Well, no, because it's gin.
I do like gin, to be fair. So,
I mean, I'm a big fan of gin. And last year when we played Call of the Wild Festival, no, the year before when we played Call of the Wild Festival, Jez, who owns Mercia Spirits, was there, and he loved our set, so he came up to us. He's like, "Do you want to do a collab?"
And you're like, absolutely.
Yeah, and he suggested whiskey, and I was like, I don't like whiskey, Jez. I like gin. And I told him what gins I like.
Yeah.
And he went away and came back a year and a half later.
Took a while.
With basically my perfect gin. It's amazing.
Oh, wicked.
And it's got an amazing bottle as well.
So have you bought it all yourself?
I have not, no. Jez gave me a bottle. It was a limited run of 200 bottles, I think, originally, all individually numbered. And he gave me bottle number 1, so I daren't open it.
Oh.
Like, you can't open bottle number 1, can you, when it's a wax seal?
Yeah.
I've just got it up, actually, so I couldn't not Google it. So it looks like a
Amazing.
well funky bottle.
It looks very These Wicked Rivers themed.
Yes.
Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. That was a very obvious comment, wasn't it?
Yes, and I thought I'd call you out on it immediately. Apologies.
What a knob.
Can't wait. Looking forward to that, John. Keep that bit in.
We are gig whores.
And merch whores.
Oh, absolutely. You've not even heard the half of it, man.
I know. I need to have a little break in a minute. Have a little look through it all.
Peruse all over the website.
A little peruse, yeah. I like that word.
It's a good word.
It's like a Dan word. It's like a word that you would pull out of the bank.
Yeah, I've used it before.
Out of the bank? Out of the bag?
At the bank. Snip into the bank to withdraw
the
some
bank
words.
The bank of Dan.
I need to make a withdrawal. I need peruse.
Not bad.
Well, you do say these silly things, Danny.
Yeah. Should we
start the podcast?
Yeah, should we start the actual Dream Band
aspect?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Shall we? Yeah, we probably should.
What do you think, John?
Probably
Should we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So, John, in this band, you have to be part of this band. I hope you were aware of that fact.
So the email said I did need to be part of it, but I could also nominate another singer that I love.
As an
honourable
honourable
mention, yeah. They're not in the bands, but
I read the email.
Yeah.
Good. Some people
like
don't.
it.
Some people don't, John. As we found out. Some people don't. Let's just leave it there this time. I go off on rants, John.
Was Rich Shaw one of the people that didn't?
No, Rich was
mostly all right. I think he...
Did he try to pull a...
John, what I found is people always try to pull the wool over our eyes in some way.
What, break the rules?
They think they're being clever, I think.
And he shuts them down.
So is it stuff like... Because they're not allowed 2 members from the same band?
We'll go over that in a minute, John. Don't you start getting the rules.
Oh.
That's our bit. That's our bit.
Okay.
But yeah,
Stay in your lane.
but yeah, this bit I start getting a bit militant around, and I'm starting to get riled up now. Before we pick which instrument John's going to be playing, or what he's going to be doing in the band. What are the rules, Daddy?
Time for the rules, baby.
There's a couple of rules. I know you know the rules, but for
We
the
have again
for the benefit of the listeners.
Yeah,
we'll
we
run
have
through
to
them.
tell you because I don't want an incident to occur.
Okay.
That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
a little bit scared in case I accidentally break one now.
So this Dream Band, here's rule number 1. This Dream Band, you can't have anyone in it that has been a current or past band member with you.
Okay.
Nice and simple. Nice and simple. And you can also not choose more than one member from the same band.
Right.
Are you happy?
Yeah. Is that where people have been trying to pull the wool over your eyes?
There's been a couple of incidents. Let's just
Like
say that.
someone from Alter Bridge and someone from Creed.
Oh, yeah.
Not those particulars, but
but
Yeah,
that
something
kind of
like
scenario. Yeah.
But I'm quite happy. Are you happy to continue? This is the bit where you have to tick the box to say you agree.
I agree to all the terms and conditions.
Where's the contract?
Or an incident may occur. I'm not saying what the incident is, but it may occur.
I mean, I'm
Anyway.
quite excited to see what the incident might be.
I know, that's what you're like, isn't it? You do it on purpose. So, John, in this band, what are you going to do? What is your role?
I'd probably be the singer because I'm pretty rubbish at the guitar.
Very honest of you.
Yeah.
Outrageous comment.
Outrageous. So you are the singer of this band.
Yeah.
If you weren't the singer, who would you get in?
Jeff Buckley.
Jeff Buckley. Oh, heavenly voice.
I had
Hallelujah.
an inkling that name would appear.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't say that. Danny always makes out that he knows what everyone's going to pick.
I mean,
Well, I said it about Dave, but he got
You got it completely wrong, didn't
Completely wrong with him.
I do talk to Danny quite a lot about
Yeah.
Jeff Buckley.
Do you?
Yeah.
What, just
And-
general chit chat? Like, no messages for months and, oh, you seen that song that Jeff Buckley did? That kind of thing.
Have you seen Mojo Pim from Glastonbury?
Have you seen that video on Jeff Buckley?
Clips flying everywhere.
Yeah, that new cover, Hallelujah. all that kind of stuff. Is that what you talk about behind the
I
scenes?
just randomly, I'll just send him like a dick pic with a message saying, "I
Hallelujah.
love Jeff Buckley."
And what does he send you back?
I can't say that. I can't tell you that. He might not want. He might not
my
want his
God.
missus to know.
Yeah, something's better left unsaid.
It's not that kind of podcast.
You're the one trying to get it out of us, Dan.
Oh, we're not done. Control freak. Right.
Okay. So next up we have...
Your dream drummer. I did it again. I can't say dream.
It's the second
Dream
time-
dream
Slag.
drummer.
Dream drummer.
Diction, Daniel.
Yeah, sorry. We have been starting with honourable mentions just in case you've got any. Don't worry if you haven't.
Jeff Buckley.
What, as drummer?
As a drummer.
Honourable mentions as a drummer. Oh,
It doesn't matter if you haven't got one.
I mean, no one really likes drummers, do they? It took me so long to think of one.
You're not wrong. I mean, they're a special breed, aren't they?
I mean, Portnoy probably be an honourable mention.
He gets
Well,
mentioned
he gets
all the time.
mentioned
doesn't
a
he?
lot, yeah.
He's a very special drummer.
Yeah, he makes it almost seem like a real instrument.
You heard it here first. John Hartwell does not believe drummers play an actual instrument.
I'm in so much trouble now because our manager's a drummer as well.
We're gonna have that quoted on a T-shirt with your name on it to counteract your these Wicked Rivers merch.
Yeah, can we put it on? Can we feature it on your web store as well?
No.
No.
Damn it,
Right, I'm keen to know. Who's this drummer then?
Steve Jordan,
Steve Jordan.
Steve-
Why do I know that name?
because he's amazing. Session drummer, plays with John Mayer Trio.
Oh, of course.
And
Yeah, I know now.
If you've ever seen the Where the Light Is DVD,
Yeah,
oh man, the groove is unreal.
it's all about the groove.
It's all about the groove. Is he banging? I don't know.
Yeah.
So is he banging?
He's absolutely amazing. I think there's one point on the DVD where they're talking about how good he is, and they basically take everything else out of the mix and just leave his drums in it, and it just, oh god.
What's he like though? Is he mental like drummers are?
I mean, I don't know what he's like as a person. I've not met him, but he's just the best drummer I've ever heard. He's amazing.
Have you seen him live at all, John?
I've seen him live with the John Mayer Trio. Yes.
Oh, wicked. Whereabouts was that?
That
then?
was the O2 in London. It was a John Mayer show.
Yep.
And he basically split the show up into different segments. So it started off with sort of, I think it was a load of sort of classic John Mayer songs.
Yep.
Then he did an acoustic bit. Then he brought out the John Mayer Trio. And then he brought out the pop band again to finish off the night. And
Wow.
yeah, the John Mayer Trio
Pretty
is
cool, wasn't it? Like,
Oh,
having
it was
a few
amazing.
different segments to the show to break it up a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, John Mayer Trio is John Mayer, Steve Jordan, and Pino Palladino.
Ah, that's yeah.
Pino
That's it,
Palladino.
yeah.
And
Who did he
my
used to play
God.
for? I know that name.
It's a great name, isn't it? I know
Plays
him
for the
from-
Who.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the Who's bass player at the moment.
I know him from somewhere else, though. I'll have a little Google later. I'll give it a Google.
He's one of those people that's
Google.
played on just hundreds of classic songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, another session guy, isn't
Yeah.
he?
Oh, amazing. What a gig. I've recently gone back, like going through John Mayer's back catalogue.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so... I've always been a fan, but not like dive deep into his music.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Really have. And
Yeah.
it's just interesting. Have you spent much time listening to it, Dan?
No, I'm very ignorant to.
You
John
need
Mayer.
to check out Where the Light Is DVD.
Is that did he do a live... Because I listened to a live album, which was the John Mayer Trio.
He did the
I'm sure it
live
was.
album as the Trio, but Where the Light Is similar to the gig I went to. He starts off, but he does a full acoustic
Okay.
set. He basically was his own support bands. So he does a full acoustic set, goes off, comes back on with the Trio, does a full set, goes off, comes back on with his full band, and does another full set.
Ugh.
Danny, you could use this as inspiration for your act. So you could go on Danny Beardsley acoustic. You could then get the Danny Beardsley trio up, and then you could do a parallax method set.
I don't know how to play any of that stuff anymore. I don't.
I never did.
Nobody wants to hear that stuff.
Oh, I loved that first Parallax album.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, that's the one I'm on.
That's the one he's on. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, everyone cares about the bass tone.
Careful, this is Harry Laws in bass players. It's just it.
And then discards them
Yeah.
like chewing
Into the
gum.
crowd
Where to stay for many years,
with their credit card, standing at the merch stand buying gin.
buying gin and beard oil.
Yeah, I know. You will be complaining.
Right, next up is your dream rhythm guitarist.
So, Danny definitely won't have guessed this one. I'm going to say Ed O'Brien from Radiohead.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you're a Radiohead fan, are you?
Yeah, I am. I mean, his playing isn't particularly rhythm-like a lot of the time. It's just he's got this amazing pedal board,
yeah, he's an
Yeah,
effects
it's
man,
immense,
isn't he?
isn't it? Yeah.
and he knows how everything works on it, and he can just sort of build these incredible sort of landscapes of sound behind whatever
Yeah.
the rest of the band are doing. And
Different skill, isn't it?
yeah,
yeah.
completely
totally,
different skill.
yeah.
But just the weird, unusual but beautiful sounds that he comes out with. So yeah, I had to pick Ed O'Brien.
No, that's a great combination.
No,
isn't it?
I'd have never guessed. I don't think Danny would have
No,
either.
I wouldn't have guessed that at all, mate. And even though we've said dream rhythm player, it doesn't have to. He can play some leads if he wants. Does he sing as well? Or?
He does sing as well.
Yeah.
He plays keys. I think on one track he plays a harp through his effects loop, through his effects pedals.
Of course, that's different.
Why not?
The easy to transport instrument, the harp.
The harp. It's
When you've got Radiohead money, you don't worry about transporting
That's true,
instruments.
yeah. You need Radiohead money though to be a harp player, don't you?
There's two instruments that seem like impossible to transport: the harp and double bass.
Yeah, double bass is pretty.
Those two things look. I mean, how do you?
I reckon a piano might be harder.
Oh yeah, grand piano. Yeah,
piano.
yeah,
Again, it's different
good
level,
point,
isn't
John.
it?
Yeah, good point.
Talking of effects, Danny, what was that little effects you got out the other day that was weird? What was that called?
The gonculator.
The gonculator, yeah.
I've not even heard of that. That sounds amazing.
Oh,
Can you do it with your mouth, Danny? What noise it makes, please? Please try and
it's
react.
basically what Mike Einziger uses in Incubus.
Right.
You know, if you're an Incubus fan, I don't know if you are, but
I was a big Incubus
it's a ring
fan.
modulator, basically.
Right. Yeah.
So it's unusual, but also almost unusable.
It is unusable. Completely
You've got to write the
unusable.
parts for it. I think that's what
Yeah.
you've got to do.
Again, Danny, I'll ask you again. What noise does it make using your mouth, please?
I'll sample it in post.
Have you got a favourite piece of music from Ed?
I mean, to be honest, the whole of OK Computer it's one of my favourite albums of all time. Got me through my A levels, the ones where I did a bit of work.
I was going to say, you got through.
Yeah, that whole album's just incredible. all of Kid A as well, to be honest. That's another one of my favourite albums of all time. I think partly because it was so unexpected the sound of it was so unexpected after OK Computer to come out with basically an electronica album.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah, and I went to see them on the day that came out in a big tent in Warrington.
Wow.
They did the tour before that, the OK Computer tour. Some reviewer basically gave them a terrible review and said the whole thing was too intense. So the next tour, every gig was intense, like in a tent.
Oh, intense.
They did a whole tour intense. Just to take the piss out of this one reviewer.
I love it.
That's the kind
amazing.
of thing I'd want to do.
It's got you written.
Too intense. I'll show you. And I'd invite them to every gig as well. I'd send them a ticket to every single show I would.
And yeah, the first time I heard anything off Kid A was at that gig, because I bought the CD in Warrington Town Centre that day, but I didn't have a CD player in my car back then. I only had a tape player.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
So I had to... The first time I heard any of the songs was live on stage, and I love it so much, that album.
Oh, amazing. So whenever you listen to that album, it must transport you back to that gig.
It does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does.
It's great how music can do that, isn't it? Takes you places.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
Right. This is your favourite bit.
It's my favourite bit because I'm a bass dabbler. That's one way you can describe it, isn't it? I bother basses.
Bass molester.
You can't go straight to molesting, John. You need to build up.
Got to lube up first.
Bass botherer, all that kind of stuff. Then go for molestation. The way I play, it's definitely molested. Anyway, your dream bass player.
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, a lot of bass players don't like that answer, I don't think. But
no, I mean, I can't fault him. He's got some he's written some lovely lines over the years.
Yes, actually.
I mean, the bass part for Taxman, Come Together, one of the most instantly recognisable bass parts of all time.
Yeah.
And also, if you've got him in there, that songwriting skill in the band as well.
Yep.
And he'd probably do all right at the backing vocals as well.
I'd say so.
Are you taking Paul McCartney as he is now, or are you going to... We can de-age a little bit. Are you taking him from a certain period?
I mean, I saw him... I was going to say not that long ago, but it was 2012, so it is that long ago. And he was absolutely incredible that night.
Oh, was he? Okay.
He played for nearly 3 hours, because he didn't have a support band. He just played for nearly 3 hours, didn't even stop to have a drink.
Wow.
Didn't hit a wrong note all night. It was one of the best gigs I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, wow.
So are you going to take him from that 2012 gig and transport him into your band? We can raise the dead as well, so we may as well de-age a little bit.
His playing's probably better around that time, but then again, his songwriting was pretty incredible in the 60s.
Yeah.
I'd say
Probably
so.
right through to, like, Wings and stuff like that in the 70s, 80s.
It was quite proggy back then, wasn't it? Some of like the Beatles stuff was quite progressive.
Oh, it's like, kind of...
I mean,
Sgt. Pepper's era.
Psychedelic kind of... Almost.
Yeah.
It's still
drugs,
pop. It's still pop, but just a bit more interesting. I wouldn't say it was prog, because if it's prog, I'm not allowed to say I like it.
Why?
Because I don't like prog.
Don't you like prog? I
don't
wondered
like
why you
prog.
went quiet then.
We'll end the podcast there. And put Jethro Tull on for half an hour instead.
Oh, don't do... Aaron, our
just
guitarist, did that to me in the van once.
I don't think I've ever listened to Jethro Tull.
You don't want to.
No, I don't
it's
think
prog
so.
with flutes, isn't it?
It's the best kind of prog. I love it.
Yeah, like, just in the van, Aaron will just if he's feeling in the mood to annoy me, he'll put on, like, Jethro Tull or Rush or...
King Crimson.
He's not put any King Crimson on before.
Oh, why not? I would
He
do
will
it.
after he's heard this.
He probably will, yeah.
Aaron, King Crimson.
Get it on.
Like, whenever we like meet new people and they start asking about what music we like, he insists on telling them my favourite band is Rush, and I hate Rush.
I love Rush.
I don't know what it is. I just can't get into it.
Is it the music or is it his voice with Rush?
The music.
The music, okay.
The songs. It's
Okay,
just,
we are ending the podcast here. Goodbye, John. Nice to catch up. I'll see you again in about 20 years. If you're lucky. Not really.
Not really. He's still here.
Not
He's still
really.
here.
We tolerate all opinions, don't we? So have you got? So you mentioned a couple of bass lines from Paul. What, you got any other favourite bass lines? Sorry, you're struggling there with the coffee.
yeah, it's chewy at the bottom.
Oh, Danny, you've left the bits in. You've tried to kill him.
Oh, you always have to leave the bit at the bottom.
Jesus.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting all that.
That's ground coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably poisonous.
It's good for your beard. It helps it.
I don't think it is. I think
It's supposed to be good for your skin, I think, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so, yeah.
Not as good as these Wicked Rivers beard oil, available now.
Yeah, and soap.
wickedrivers.com.
And soap.
That's probably good for your skin.
Probably.
Yeah.
Smells nice.
Have you done your own coffee yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, you got a plan?
We've discussed possibly doing it at some point. I think it's quite an expensive thing to get into. So also, Rival Sons have done it, and we don't want to be copying other bands.
Oh, just like pop to a supermarket, rip the label off, bang your own on.
John, for legal reasons, don't do that. Okay. Please ignore my podcast partner, my PP. Please ignore his.
I always ignore your PP.
It's very easy to ignore. Anyway, back to the bass player. Do you have any? Have you done honourable mentions for bass player?
Geddy Lee?
No, absolutely not.
If it wasn't going to be Paul McCartney, who would you pick?
Oh God! You see,
Dan. What about Dan?
I've been in a rehearsal room with him.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. So he knows,
I'm not allowed
what
to
I'm
choose.
capable of.
I'm not allowed to choose either of you under the rules, or he'll kick off.
I will kick off.
I also thought about picking Pino Palladino, but he's been in a band with Steve Jordan, so
Good, I'm glad you gave it some
Yeah,
thought.
he's give it some thought, look.
yeah. And they're the only two I thought of, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
Fair enough. We'll move on. Don't upset me by not thinking of bass players. This is probably Danny's.
I mean, I know
Danny's
lots of bass players. I can think of lots of bass players. Actually, Alex James from Blur was another one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Like the bass line for Girls and Boys is a bit
Yeah, it's a bit-
mental,
yeah,
but
it's
awesome.
nice. Good.
It's not at the Paul McCartney level, though, is it?
It's not,
Especially
no.
for like songwriting. I think you made a solid choice.
I
there.
think, yeah, he would be a good, solid, all-round band member.
Yeah.
He could.
Yeah, he would.
He could go on the keys at some point as well. He could play a proper guitar at some point.
in the studio.
In the studio, not on a live setting. Your band's your band, okay?
But we haven't put that as a rule.
You haven't.
It's our podcast. We can do what we like, Danny.
We can't just bend the rules while we're here.
Can't
Can't
do what we
not
like.
once you've emailed him. Once you've emailed him, that's it.
John, I'll reiterate again. We can do what we like. And we will do what we like. We'll make rules up on the go if we need to. If we need to put rules in place to put you down a peg or two after your prog rock comment, we will do.
Yeah, I think you struck a nerve there, mate.
And before I get any more animated, let's move on.
Are you having a lead guitarist?
Yes.
Yes, because some people have opted for having like organ.
Organ.
Like an organ player. Keys.
Ed
and-
O'Brien can play the keys if needs be.
In the studio.
He can switch between.
In the studio.
He can be my multi-instrumentalist. I'm going to change the rules as well.
Game out. Who said John was going to be a good guest? Danny?
Wait, I've not broke a single rule yet.
He hasn't broken a rule, actually.
No, but you're angering me.
Dream lead guitarist, then. Let's hear it.
I think I'm going to go for Scott from Rival Sons, Scott Holiday.
How are you now?
Yes,
Scott Holiday, what a name.
because that tone, incredible.
He has got a very good tone.
I don't know him. Is he good, Danny?
Are we saying orange era?
He still uses orange stuff,
Does
I
he?
think, doesn't he?
Well, I saw something recently. He uses line 6.
Oh,
He's a direct guy.
Oh, is it just pedal?
Might be a combination of things.
I
though.
think
you might be having a mix.
I think that might be when they're touring in places where it's probably very expensive to
Oh, yeah,
transport
okay,
his
good point, yeah.
ridiculous rig.
The heavy
he
orange
has-
rigs.
He has. Well, last time I saw him, he had 8 4x12 cabs on stage or something like that.
Oh.
And then he had, it might have been a Fender amp, like combi amp for the clean tones. It's an insane rig.
tonal heaven.
Yeah, It's
Yeah.
also going to be a hell to get across to some places, isn't it?
And he uses the Filtertron pickups on everything as well, which I love.
I've not tried those pickups yet.
Have you not?
It's like a
You never
Gretsch.
played a Gretsch?
No, I don't think I've ever played a Gretsch. I don't think I have.
You should have said I'd have bought it round.
Oh, John, don't do this to me.
I've never seen you with a Gretsch. Never seen you with one.
No, I don't think I've played one. I've tried out some Gretsch guitars. Since recording this episode, I've tried out John's guitars. I gave them all a full setup. They sound great.
They sound amazing.
Oh, yeah, there's no denying they sound,
got that
they sound
certain
awesome. They
tone,
look
haven't
wicked
they?
as well.
You can't get that tone really with anything else, can you?
No. And he uses that guitar tone through the orange amp so beautifully. And he's a riff monster.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He loves fuzz as well. I mean,
Does he?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fuzz, a lot of octave
Yeah.
fuzz.
Have you tried a fuzz factory, by the way?
I've not, no.
It keeps like popping up on my radar, and I think, I wouldn't mind trying one of those.
Literally all that's on my board at the moment is an overdrive pedal, a tuner, and a noise gate.
There you go. Done.
That's it.
Well, the tuner's the most important, mate. 100%.
Danny's
You'd think I'd use it more often, really.
Yeah, Danny's nicked a board recently.
Oh, he sent me a photo of that the other day.
so,
It's ridiculous.
That's an expensive board, that is.
It's very.
Yeah, just a couple of them are expensive boards. So
Yeah. I think that Clon Clone is one of my favourites. It's a really nice pedal, that is.
Is it?
Yeah.
See, I've never tried it. Well, obviously never tried a clone because I'm not insanely rich. But I've never tried a clone of one either.
That's going to change after this podcast, John.
Amazing.
We're going to plug it in.
Awesome.
We're going to plug it in.
a little whittling session afterwards.
So, is Scott pre or post moustache? Is he having that cool moustache that he normally has?
Just as long as he's not got the long hair from
yeah.
like the first 2 albums, it didn't suit him.
I can't remember what hair he's got.
He's kind of slicked back these days, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good look on him.
It's a great look on him.
Yeah.
Like, Jay, the singer, looks better with long hair. Scott looks better with the slick back.
Yeah. What a great band.
They're incredible. I've seen them.
How many times have you seen them then, John?
I've seen them twice. Once at Download and once at Rock City in 2019. And they were amazing at Rock City. The first song, they came out, Jay started singing, but they'd not turned his mic on the PA or something like that. But you could still hear him.
I was going to say, I bet you could still hear him.
You could still hear him in Rock City over that PA.
Oh wow,
Just
a beast voice.
Yeah. I mean, it's like classic rock sort of stuff, Dan. So it's like prog to John.
Yeah, it's not my realm of. I mean, I don't.
You need to listen properly then.
And I will say the same thing to you about the joys of prog.
That's the great thing about this, though. There's like things that you like.
Yeah, we're not all the same, are we?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
brilliant.
I can listen to classic rock, but it doesn't bring me much excitement. I do like.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of classic rock I'm not that into, but there's something a bit special about Rival Sons.
I need to give them. I'll give them a listen then, because I don't think I ever have. To be fair, so
Yeah, it's got like a really cool beefy production. You'll love his voice.
yeah.
It's all produced by Dave Cobb, who's like a country producer usually.
Is it really?
Yeah, he's got this amazing studio in Nashville.
Ooh, book it in the studio, mate, for
It is, yeah.
next album.
Because I've watched the Premier Guitar did a rig rundown of his studio at one point.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's
You're gonna
amazing.
Send me the link to that.
Oh, that's like porn for you, isn't it, Danny?
I love watching them
I know.
Premier Guitar things.
Yeah, same. But you need to check out Dave Cobb's studio rig rundown.
Wicked.
Unreal. He's got this huge live room, and basically Rival Sons just go in there, write the songs while they're in there, and then record it all pretty much live.
Oh, not many bands do that now.
No,
No,
they don't.
No.
It's expensive to do that because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
amount of takes. and stuff.
Oh,
I'd need a lot of takes.
I'm just thinking. Yeah. So I've just had some memories, flashbacks to recording then, and I was like, yeah, horrors. The horrors.
I don't know. When you was recording Jung album, you've been thrash through that.
Yeah, I'm not talking about me.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about yourself, Dan.
No, I zoomed for it. I one take some songs, I think. Some other members didn't. That's all I'm saying.
I can't say anything. You don't even
not
want to
Danny.
know how many takes our album took for me.
It's just about you got to remember that it's a totally different experience to playing live, isn't it? And
Oh, yeah.
you capture that recording. You've got to live with that for the rest of your days. If it's going to
Yeah.
bug you,
Of course,
Like,
yeah,
you might as well make it right,
I am
haven't
really
you?
jesting, of
I mean,
course.
Yeah.
also I've got Rich, our keyboard player who does the backing vocals. He's sat in the corner of the room, and after every take, he's going, shit.
oh, is he that brutal with it?
Oh, yeah.
Is he?
And you're like, why is it shit, Rich? Just is.
Again. Again.
Yeah.
Can you put that in technical terms for me, please? Richard?
Again.
But
It's-
to be
yeah.
fair to him, we got better takes after
Yeah.
he said that those were shit. So
Well, it's the role of I suppose he's like got the role of a producer at that point, isn't he? He's
yeah,
kinda-
I mean, a lot of the songs on that album were ones that he'd written as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want it to be right, don't
But
you?
to be fair,
So-
even the ones I'd written, he was still saying doing the same thing.
well, I mean, it sounds awesome. So I'm glad he was there in the corner,
Yeah, I am as well.
It worked out.
giving you shit in the corner. It made an outstanding album.
Indeed. You got any honourable mentions for your lead guitarist?
Joanne Shaw Taylor, absolutely incredible blues player.
Yeah, she's very, very good.
Um,
Good singer
Sorry,
too.
oh yeah.
can I just say that I hate blues more than I hate classic rock? Putting that out there.
Right, well you're wrong.
I'm just putting it out there, though. I give Danny enough shit. I give Danny enough shit for it. Don't I?
Oh, constantly.
All he listens, he'll go, oh, another blues band that I like.
You think what I listen to is blues, and it's everything's blues to a certain
It
extent.
all sounds like 12-bar blues to me. We like this. We have a little bit of a thing, don't we, Danny?
Playing the blues is extremely difficult.
Dun, 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 dun,
Just like that.
dun, 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 dun.
He's definitely not been listening properly, has he?
I'd like to see Dan get up on stage with a blues band and play a bass line to it.
Oh, yeah.
I think you'd find it more challenging than what you.
I'm not saying I can play it. I
don't want to play it.
I never made that claim. Did I?
I mean, it sounds like you've only ever listened to Status Quo, to be honest.
I just like a bit more modern stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or a little bit more progressive.
Joanne
stuff.
Shaw Taylor's modern.
I bet it
Yeah.
does it sound like every other blues band, though?
No.
You see that?
It doesn't.
Normally when I listen to it, it's one of them again.
If it doesn't sound like Horse the band.
Horse the Band.
Are you a fan of
bit
Horse
of
the Band?
Nintendo core.
Yeah, I love Horse the Band.
Oh, you used to be in a metal band, didn't you? Like a
Oh, yeah,
progressive
we were
metal
terrible.
band.
We were terrible.
What were you called?
Circle's End.
Circle's
That's
Ends,
it.
yes. Forgot about them.
Yes.
Because you used to rehearse before us at Rocking Rooms, didn't you?
I think we did, actually, yeah.
Yeah, we
Because
used to
Dan
be
was
so-
on the drums with you then, I think.
Yeah, Dan.
Dan was on
Yeah.
drums as well, yeah. Yeah, we were awful.
Yeah, I think we turned up. You was going, I think, or the other way around, or
No, I think you were
Same
normally
time,
I
coming
was
think
it?
before we went in.
we arrived as you were leaving, I think. Was it Isolasis you were in at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it was like
It was that-
Solicus,
It
yeah.
was that stage in our lives. Yeah. When we were playing Creed-esque.
Yeah, Creed-esque, I suppose.
Creed.
They always get mentioned somehow in the podcast as well. I don't know how, but he is a legend, isn't he, Scott Stapp? I mean, it'd be nice to have Scott Stapp on one day. Oh, we're done on lead guitar. Let's get back onto some civility again now, shall we?
Okay.
And shall we go for John's dream vocalist?
Well, we know who the dream vocalist is.
Of course, it's John. We've already done that one. Sorry.
We
That's the end.
started off with the Dream vocalist.
I'm
with
all
a
over the place.
bit of Jeff Buckley.
I'm all over the place.
Well, I think we've reached the point where we summarise.
We have reached that point. So, John, who is your dream drummer?
It's Steve Jordan, the groove master himself.
You've heard it here, the Groove Master.
Who is your dream rhythm guitarist?
Ed O'Brien off of Radiohead.
Who is your dream bass player?
Paul McCartney
Paul McCartney.
off of the Beatles and Wings.
Off of the Beatles.
Oh, I love this lineup. Who is your dream lead guitarist?
Scott Holiday off of Rival Sons.
With moustache and slick back hair.
Yes, absolutely.
And John, it's a very simple one. Who's doing the singing?
I'll have a crack.
Yes,
Why
you
not?
will.
Nice one.
Why not?
What a band.
Excellent.
It would be an awesome band, that would.
Do you think they're all going to get on together, John? Think of the personalities you got in there. What do you think there'll be any clashes?
You see, I don't know enough about any of them's personality, really, apart from Paul McCartney. The rest of them, I just know the music. I don't really go into it.
So it could be. Do you think Paul might be a little bit overbearing, maybe?
I mean, he's got the hits to back it up if he
Yeah,
is.
I know he has. I know.
With his creative juices. He's
But you got to
good,
remember,
just like-
John. At the end of the day, it's your band, so you need to put him back in his place if you need to.
He is a bass player after all.
He is only a bass player after all.
And when you've done with him,
In the crowd he
In
goes.
the crowd.
next.
Another one. Paul's like, I've got some other work coming up.
We've got Pino.
That wasn't bad for you.
Is that all right? Is that the accent thing? I'm terrible at accents, by the way.
That was a good McCartney impression.
Yeah. So, next up, John.
Next-
Name that band.
Oh, God.
Name your dream band, baby.
What are you calling it?
You see, this is the part I've been dreading. I thought, because I couldn't think of anything at all.
I insist.
I'm going to call anything at all.
Anything at all.
Yeah,
Anything at all.
that's the band name.
You've heard it here.
Anything at all. What would you do if this band came to fruition, John?
I'd hope the tickets were a reasonable price so I could go and see them.
No, you're in it.
Were you in it?
Oh,
You're
God,
in it.
yeah. If that band came to fruition, I'd quit my job.
I mean, that's the
Yeah,
minimum,
yeah, I
surely.
Yeah, I'll quit my job, pay off my mortgage.
World tour.
World
Rock
tour.
and roll times.
You're no Paul.
Get a camper van. Do you want a camper van as well?
Oh, my God. Stop going on about camper vans.
I'm living vicariously through others.
Your little hippie
Other
lifestyle.
people that
listen-
also can't afford camper vans. I would love a camper van with a PlayStation in the back.
Oh, yeah.
blaring out some 12-bar blues.
What game would you be playing, John?
Oh,
Oh, yeah. We don't get into games very often, do we? Yeah.
well, at the moment, I'm playing Banishers of New Eden and Cyberpunk.
Oh, how is Spanish? I've heard about that. That's the way you get the ghosty things, isn't
I've
it?
literally only just done the prologue of it, but so far, it's really good.
It's by the guys that made Vampire, isn't it?
Don't nod, it's by.
Don't nod, yeah, don't nod. Yeah,
Yeah,
great developer.
It's so far really good, and it looks really pretty on the Steam Deck.
Does it?
Yeah.
I've got a Steam Deck as well.
Have you?
Yeah. I mainly, though, I do say, I mainly use it as a
It was
retro.
on sale last week.
Oh, was it?
Banishers was, yeah.
Oh,
It was,
well, I missed it.
it was like 19 quid last week.
But I've kind of got every emulator on it at the minute up until like PlayStation 2. So I literally just keep going back and playing all the old games.
What's the Steam
Obviously,
Deck?
you've ripped them yourself from your original
For my original collection.
yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, me too. If you've done it from your original collection, they can't
Of course I have, John.
can't say anything.
What's the Steam Deck?
Handheld.
Handheld PC.
It's a PC.
It's a handheld PC, but it looks like a handheld console.
Oh, yeah, I think you might. Yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Oh,
I think you've shown it me.
Memory unlocked.
Yeah. Memory unlocked.
I'll bring it to Scotland with us. Have a little go. Hey, where was we? Games, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's not part of the thing normally. It's a new edition.
What games are you two playing?
Well, mine's normally the pentatonic scale. That's how I play. But I've started playing God of War, but I've only just started it. I'm really late to the party with games.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I started God of War and within half an hour I put it down and didn't bother.
It's too hard.
I don't like how close the camera is to him.
Oh, that's a very specific hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fair enough.
It annoys me when the camera's too close to the protagonist
okay.
and it takes up too much of the screen.
Well, my favourite game is Last of Us, which
Oh, yes.
is just... I've played that a couple of times now.
Yeah, I've not
so
played the
just love
second
it.
one though still. Have you
No,
played
I've
the
not played
second
it
one?
yet.
I played part of it and then I did that thing where you don't play it for a while and then when you come back to it you can't remember what any of the buttons do, but you're too far in the game to take the time to... What I do when that happens, I wait until I've forgotten what's happened and then go back to it and start again. Although the big shock near the beginning, I'm not going to forget that.
Don't ruin it for us, John.
Spoiler free, that.
Okay. I'm playing a World War One shooter at the minute called Isonzo.
I've never even heard of that.
No, it's based on the Italian bit of the World War One.
Okay.
And it's all in like the mountains.
Oh,
So it's on like the Dolomites and all that kind of stuff. So it's actually quite interesting.
that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, you play like different parts of the squad. So you're either like a commander and firing flares and for airstrikes and all that kind of stuff.
That sounds good.
It's really quite different from like the Call of Duty-esque kind of stuff anyway. But
Yeah.
I've been kind of addicted to that at the minute.
I've been playing a lot of Among Us recently as well.
Oh, that's a good little guilty pleasure, isn't it?
Yeah.
Among Us?
Oh, it's amazing. If you're playing it with a load of your friends on voice chat, basically, all you got to do is fix the spaceship that you're on, but one person in the group is an imposter that's trying to kill everybody.
Oh.
And you don't know who it is.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
To win the game, you either have to fix the spaceship before he kills everyone, or figure out who it is and kick them off the ship.
Oh, wow. It's a bit like
one of the-
Traitors, but
It is a
in
bit like
game form.
Traitors, yeah. So there's a voting system, so like you can talk to each other and go, I saw pink in the...
Oh, that sounds amazing. That does.
It's absolutely quality. Cross-platform as well. So, like, I'll be playing on my Steam Deck. My mate Ryan's playing on his phone. My missus is playing on her Switch. And then I've got one of my other friends playing on the PlayStation.
Oh, cool.
And we just have a voice chat through Facebook Messenger.
Is it free as well?
Free on your phone.
Is it free on PlayStation?
If you've got PlayStation Plus this month, it's free. If you've not, it's about £2.
Oh,
We could have a little sesh sometime.
yeah.
That'd be mint.
Yeah,
Get headsets on.
It's him! It's him!
I'm like, it's not me. Don't you finger me. Don't you finger me for this.
Here he goes again.
What could be better than starting fights and killing your friends? What better way to spend a night?
There's nothing better, is there? Nothing better than that. Right, we rubbish at this bit, John. We rubbish at the rounding up and kind of finishing the podcast off. So we are just going to go.
Where can we find you?
Yeah, we're going to find.
Yeah.
Where can we find you online?
All the social links and stuff.
Oh, well, thesewickedrivers.com. We've got all the gigs on there, the merch, links to all the socials. It's These Wicked Rivers on Instagram, These Wicked Rivers on Facebook. I think it's just Wicked Rivers on Twitter or X.
Yep.
I don't know what it is on TikTok because I've not had a look. It's probably These Wicked Rivers.
We're too old for TikTok, so
Yeah, we don't TikTok.
we don't dabble.
No, me neither. I don't get it.
No, neither do I. We're all too old for TikTok.
I feel like it's passed me by.
We're missing out on all those
It's
impressionable clicks. But
Dancing videos, probably.
It's just like
People doing
Vine,
funny
but not
dances.
as funny.
Vine
and I
was
didn't
funny.
really get Vine either.
I thought some Vines were good. I saw some Vines back in the day that were quite funny, but
What was that new one that started up? And it was supposed to be the biggest social platform, and you had to register, and anyone after 100,000 people you had to pay. Do you remember?
no.
No?
What I'd say is bring back MySpace. That was the best.
MySpace was banging.
MySpace.
With a really crap wallpaper that you could put on.
And your song that autoplay.
My MySpace looked amazing.
Yeah,
bet it
mine
did,
did as
John.
well. I had a right good
I had-
MySpace.
I had like semi-transparent boxes with things in, and I had amazing music on there, obviously.
Same.
course.
Yeah. Shame,
Yeah.
isn't it? What happened?
Was it this dream band?
It wasn't because they don't exist.
Not yet.
Not
I
yet, John.
can't.
One
yet.
day.
I can't even remember. There's probably Glassjaw on there at some point.
Oh, I listened to Glassjaw last night.
Did you?
Yeah, the album with the white on the front, one of the first album. I think it might be the first
Everything
album.
you ever wanted to know about silence.
Yeah, it says everything you want. Yeah, everything you want to know about silence.
No,
No,
it's,
it's a bit more hardcore.
yeah, post-hardcore.
Yeah,
Like probably, do you know, Finch, a bit less poppy than them.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of Finch.
If you
great bass playing and great bass.
if you took Finch and the heavier end of Faith No More and mashed it up.
Oh, okay. Oh.
That's my pre-bed playlist. That was last night.
Well, it wasn't any cattle decapitation.
No, I put mono on, so that just led me into my sleep nicely.
I love a bit of screamy music as well.
Yeah, you surprised me there, John. I think I probably forgot that you was into heavier stuff before entering into the John Mayer world of rock.
Of classic rock and blues.
Hey, don't talk dirty on the Mayer.
I feel like I might
Mayer's
get attacked.
pop anyway, isn't it? It's pop
Yeah, it's
with
now.
a hint of blues.
Yeah.
That hints too much.
There is a lot of coffee in the bottom of that. I just noticed it.
There was,
And he
there was
drank-
twice,
I'm sorry, John.
There was twice as much of that.
He
as
drank.
that.
He drank most of that. That's what's left. It was like that spilling out over his side of his
Oh,
mouth.
dear, we're going to have complaints.
This is the second drink-related complaint we've had, Danny,
It is, actually.
on the podcast. So we've only done a few. You need to improve
Sorry,
your
John.
drink-making skills
I'm normally
To be
really good
fair,
at making
to be
drinks.
fair, it was nice coffee. It's just the bottom of it.
until you swallowed
I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it to be
the bottom of the
sand
Thames.
at the bottom.
Maybe it needs a new filter. Sometimes they get distorted. So
Maybe just do a better job next time.
sorry.
I mean, it was me that pressed the thing down, to be fair.
No, we can't blame you for it, John.
I will accept full responsibility for
He will.
the poisoning.
He will. Are you saying sorry or not?
I've said sorry. Sorry,
Okay.
John.
Can you do it a
Sincere.
bit more sincerely, please?
Sorry, John.
That's okay.
Let's see if that's faker than before. John, it's been amazing having you on.
Yeah, it has, mate.
It's
Thank you.
been lovely.
Thanks for taking
being
your
here.
time.
It's a
Lovely
pleasure.
to catch up.
Yeah.
Hear your choices.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like
talk
to talk
shit.
band.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd listen to it as well. I'd give it a go. It's
I'd
too
make
blue.
them play 12-bar blues.
If you do, I'm not listening again. I'm blocking. I'm deleting. But it's going to be good, isn't it? I'd go and see it just for Paul McCartney.
And John.
Just for Paul McCartney.
And John.
Just for Paul McCartney.
Shocking.
I'm for John. I'm for John. Right, dude, thanks for coming on. And
Cheers, John.
We'll catch you soon.
Thanks for having us, and see you soon.
See you soon, dude.
Bye for now.
Bye. Oh, dude, how great was it having John on the podcast?
Amazing. I've been really looking forward to seeing John and catching up with him.
What a great guy.
Great guy, great band, great voice, great sense of humour.
Oh, you know what? I had so much fun editing this episode.
Apologies.
Maybe chuckle along the way.
Apologies, John, for the coffee as well. That you got a mouthful of ground coffee. I don't know what went wrong.
Well, you went wrong. That's what happened, Danny.
Oh,
You made a really bad pot of coffee.
my bad. He did come around afterwards, though, and I made him another coffee, and he was happy with that one.
He
We
was,
didn't have
yes. That's very true.
Okay, so note to any other future guests, it won't happen again.
Coffee is available. Other hot drinks are available too if you manage to make it to Pick and Lick Studio.
Indeed. Why don't we talk about the drink we just had?
Oh, what was it? So we've had a Costa, like a ready to
Maple
eat.
hazel.
Maple hazel, yeah. Lovely.
Limited
I've got-
edition.
I've got a little bit left, actually. Let me just have a little suck now on it. I don't know why I said suck. Sorry.
What do you think?
It's lovely, yes. It's got a taste of maple, so Canadians will love it.
It's got a sweet kick.
And that kind of that nuttiness from the hazelnut.
Indeed.
Wow.
It's quite nice. You know me. I get drawn in when I'm walking through Tesco. If you know, at the end of the aisle when they put like the
Promotional.
special limited edition runs at the end, the promotion aisle, the promotion whatever displays.
Promotion end.
I'm in.
What goes through your head when you see that
I just
limited
think-
edition?
I just think they put that there for me,
I've got to get one because it's gone soon. Is
Yeah.
that what you think?
especially if it says limited edition. Yeah,
You know what I think of you? You're a fool.
this fall.
Oh, one of your tracks. Little shout out to yourself there, Danny. It's not like you. You'll be calling the band Danny Beardsley Project something next.
Oh God, here we go.
Every time.
Right, let's talk.
Yeah, should we talk about let's not talk about us, Danny. We've done all that at the start. Let's talk. You just coughed everywhere.
Yeah, sorry, I was choking on something.
Right in my face.
I think it was
Maple.
maple hazel.
Bloody hell. Anyway, enough of us. Let's talk about John Hartwell's dream band.
And a dream band it is as well.
Yeah, what a great lineup. Another one.
Yeah, the thing that I'm really enjoying about this podcast, Dan, is everybody that we've had on so far, like the style of music has been very different, hasn't it? With the artists they put together.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
And like the selection that John's picked out. Let's start with the drummer.
Steve Jordan. What hasn't he done?
Oh, God, he's done everything. But the album we've just been sitting listening to, Continuum, by John Mayer.
John Mayer, yeah.
Oh, it's such a, class album.
It sounds absolutely beautiful. And his drums, how they've been recorded and played. Oh, my God.
It's just dead dry and like organic.
Yeah, organic,
it's like
yeah.
honest,
just
isn't it?
Natural, yeah, honest, yeah.
Really, really nice.
No, not overproduced at all. Like underproduced, if anything. Like literally, just beautiful sounding drums played well. I mean, he's got a career spanning 40, 50 years. I think it is.
Yeah, he's 67 now. It said. And I think he's played with Rolling Stones, Bruce Springsteen,
loads of pop artists recording on their albums. So
crazy. I mean, you can tell that he's playing in the pocket.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And just referencing that John Mayer album again, his placement.
You love John Mayer anyway, don't you?
Yeah, I think he's great. He's great.
He is a great drummer.
But the other thing is, the production of the drums differs slightly. I don't know if you noticed between tracks. So anything that's upbeat, he's kind of got is it a piccolo snare? Is that what they call them?
Oh, the smaller one. Yeah, the twang, yeah.
They work really nice, don't they, for upbeat kind of songs?
Yeah.
And there's kind of some, a tambourine thing going on as well. It's like a percussion thing as well. A tambourine thing.
Very technical, Danny.
But then the slower tracks, he's playing like a much deeper kind of detuned kind of snare.
You get
not much reverb though.
You know what kind of snare he doesn't play? Lars Ulrich's snare from St. Anger.
Oh, God.
That doesn't make an appearance at all from the tracks we've listened to. Thank God.
Thank God. That would have ruined this album.
Yeah, it's completely destroyed it.
Yeah, it would.
But yeah, I say check him out. You've probably heard him on plenty of stuff that you've listened to before. He's played, he's played with all the top artists of the last 30, 40 years, by the looks of it.
There's a reason for it. He's class.
He's banging. He looks like a cool dude as well. Cool as fuck.
Awesome drummer.
Next up, the guitarist, the rhythm guitarist. Who was that? Ed O'Brien.
Ed O'Brien.
From Radiohead.
Yeah, we've had a listen to some Radiohead, and the 3 tracks that we were looking at.
I'm not the biggest Radiohead fan, Danny, really.
Well, I've not spent a massive amount of time
I know
listening.
The hits.
I'm familiar with the 2 albums, The Bends and OK Computer. They're 2 albums that I'm familiar with, but I've not listened to them for a very long time. So we've gone back and just listened to the top songs on iTunes because there's too much to listen to. But obviously, Creep, No Surprises, and High and Dry. Very, very different between them all.
And to be fair, I like all these tracks. It's just I don't think I could sit through a full album.
It's quite sad. It's quite sad music.
That's probably why, yeah.
Yeah. But we know with conversations with John, he likes sad music.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He likes stuff that really makes you...
He likes a downer.
Yeah. But the clean tones that are in High and Dry, and there's lots of nice delays and stuff. I think there's some acoustic stuff going off in No Surprises.
He's an interesting player, isn't he?
I think he plays for the song,
which
definitely is a great thing, isn't it?
Definitely. Nothing too flashy in there, but it's all about the effects and kind of the sound he's got going off.
Yeah. I will add that I didn't realise there was so much gain on the song Creep, though. We put it on, and when it gets to the chorus, the distortion on the guitar is
beast.
It's pretty beast, isn't it?
I mean, I've not listened to it on speakers as good as this before, Danny, so that might be part of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we're hearing things we've not heard before. Great choice, though. What a great rhythm player.
Yeah, he's going to add some interesting colour to this band, I think, which is what you want, really, isn't it? A bit of something interesting.
And he's going to be working alongside the bass player,
Paul McCartney.
What can we say about Paul McCartney?
Legend. I don't like that violin bass he plays.
No, it's not great, is it?
No, it's not I wouldn't call it a solid rock bass.
No, not really. I'm a fan of his work. His solo stuff and Beatles, obviously.
He's a sublime songwriter.
Yeah, and imagine that in this band combined with
the rest of the guys. Yeah,
I think as a bass player, I'd class him as an adequate standard.
An industry standard.
Not adequate.
Adequate. So
standard.
That's less than industry standard.
That's less than industry standard. But being realistic, because he could have chosen.
And it's still got some iconic bass lines like "Come Together."
Yeah, it's quite straight straightforward kind of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think John has probably done a great thing choosing Paul McCartney for the songwriting.
Oh, yeah,
abilities.
definitely.
And that's what I think. That's where Paul's strengths lie.
You didn't become Paul McCartney without
Writing a tune.
writing the tunes that he's written over the years.
And he's got a killer voice. I mean, with the backing vocals, it's going to be ace.
Bob on. But he probably knows Steve Jordan.
He probably does. He's probably worked with him.
He's probably worked with him a million times over. And then who's on lead guitar, Danny?
Scott Halliday.
Scott Halliday. Is it Holiday or Halliday?
Is it Halliday or Holiday?
I've got Holiday written down, so apologies to Scott if we're just butchering his name. Let's call him Scott Halliday, though. I like it.
It's not. It's Scott Holiday.
I thought it was.
I should know this because I really like Rival Sons and I've been a fan of Scott's for quite some time. I got his surname wrong.
Hi, Scott Halliday. Danny is one of your biggest fans.
I'm going on Halliday.
Oh, my God. You're a dick. Yeah, so that's my first time listening to Rival Sons. And you say that I might not like them because of the blues aspect, Danny, but the production.
Oh.
I'm a big production man.
It's really, again, organic and you can see where John's going with this, can't you?
Yeah,
the
definitely.
members that he's chosen.
The guitars, you know what they remind me of? This might be a bit weird. They remind me a bit of like Mastodon in terms of how big they are.
Yeah, that would be the copious amounts of
fuzz.
fuzz, and he's a big Orange Amps fan.
But for me, the drums, I know it's the guitarist from this band, but the drums, oh yeah. Live as hell. Like proper live drums, they sound like.
Yeah, but you know what, mate? Guitar, to get guitar sounding good on a recording, everything else has to sound great. The key to a lot of great guitar tone is when the bass sounds great.
Yep,
You take the bass away, it's like, you know, so you've got to get everything else right underneath it. But yeah, he's got a great sound.
What you're saying is there's a great producer for whoever produced this album. He's done a great job.
Yeah, very good.
But yeah, no, first time listening to him.
He's a very tasteful player as well, plays for the song.
I enjoyed it.
And he's got some, you know, cool riffs that I can imagine John singing over the top.
Yeah, that brings us on to John Hartwell.
Yep.
On vocals, doing a little singy song. I mean, we love John. We've known John for years, haven't we, Danny? We even went as far as auditioning him for Emperor Chung once.
Indeed. Well, he's got a killer voice. He's got that kind of like really soulful, gritty. You said southern kind of sounding.
Yeah, it's got that vibe to it. I think for me,
a lot of texture in his voice.
Yeah, he's got a lovely voice.
And he's very emotive. He means what he sings. I mean, a good example of that is the song "When the War Is Won."
Is that slower song we listen to?
Yeah, it's a really, really great song, and it
really really suits his voice.
It really does, yeah. You know what? It sounds great on the album, but actually, it sounds even better live. It's very easy to like get caught up in the emotional kind of delivery of that song.
I've not been lucky enough to see them yet, Danny, so I'll have to trust you on that one.
Well, next time they come
our way.
Next time they come round our way,
we'll go and see them, shall we?
I'll drag you there.
Cheers.
He might drag you up on stage to play bass.
Oh, the amount of bass players he gets through, yeah, maybe. I won't last long, because soon kick me back off again. And I'd be another one of the fans in the crowd, like the rest of his bass players.
A lot of standout tracks on the latest album, Force of Nature. The first three tracks, Force of Nature, The Family, and Black Gold, kind of like straight up kind of blues rock kind of tracks.
Brilliant.
Dan, I know it doesn't sit in your realm of taste.
What, prog or new metal?
Post-rock.
Post-rock. Post-metal. Post-metal even.
They're an awesome band, and John's got a killer voice. And I think on top of working with these members in this band,
yeah,
I think I'm really intrigued, and I think it'd be really great.
So, would you go and see this band?
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a banger, really, isn't it?
And
you got Paul McCartney in there.
And
I'd go and see him just for that.
You know what? To think that John would be singing with his like gritty, soulful voice.
Yeah.
And then I'm imagining the higher harmonies of Paul McCartney on top. I just think it'd be a really great kind of. It will blend.
Will it blend? Yes, it will.
Indeed, it will. Would you go? Did you say you would?
Yes, I'd go. Yeah. What did he say his band was called, Danny? Let's have a little look. Anything at all. I think he copped out on that, didn't he, really?
Is that what he said? I can't remember.
That's what's written on the sheet.
Anything on the sheet.
Yes, his band name, anything at all. Cop out.
Yeah.
This is a hard job, though.
It is, yeah.
And to be fair, we do kind of spring it on them.
Yeah, we don't give them enough time, do we?
During the podcast and kind of stare at them until they've created a name. But anything at all is a bit of a cop out. But design-wise, it can literally be anything.
Well, we know that the production's going to be great. We know the songs are going to be there. The vocals are going to sound great. Guitar tones are going to be lovely.
I'd be capitalising on that Paul McCartney money, I would.
The bass tone. What do you think?
The tracks we listened to were from like the 60s and 70s, so I assume...
There wasn't a great deal of low end back in there.
No, there wasn't.
In recordings, that
no.
yeah.
I imagine he's brought his tone up to modern standards.
What about if he was playing a Warwick Thumb, let's say? Can you imagine him playing a Warwick Thumb?
Can you imagine him playing a Warwick Thumb?
I think he'd probably look a bit modern on him, wouldn't it?
Has he ever slapped? I've never seen Paul McCartney slap before.
Is he a pick player? Oh. Or does he use
I think he uses your horrible little pinch fist style.
God.
It's disgusting. I can get that on film one day, and
yeah, let's do it.
Put it on for the listeners to look at your horrible... It should be banned. It's illegal. It's illegal bass playing.
Just don't show the bass playing community.
That's what I'm going to put on Tour Bass.
Oh God!
I'm going to put on the Premier Bass Forum.
That's what I'll be remembered for.
You won't last much longer once that's out there. You'll be hunted down, and tortured and killed.
It's got dark quite quick, didn't it?
It did, yeah. But that's what happens when you upset the bass playing community. The classic. Anyway, so where can we find John? Just search for These Wicked Rivers online, eh?
Yep. These Wicked Rivers. Is it .com or .co.uk? It's .com.
It's .com.
TheseWickedRivers.com.
And remember, it's got all that random merch you can buy as well. So if you are a fan, get yourself a bottle of bloody These Wicked Rivers gin. Why not?
They're good designs.
Yeah, they're brilliant. Oh, the designs are awesome. Cool. I wouldn't want to drink it if I had that bottle.
No, well, you're not drinking them in anyway. So
No, just look at it longingly.
It's prime time. Prime time to buy it. No risk if you're drinking it.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably good times, but yeah, you're right. Might get one.
Well, I think we've summed it up, haven't we?
We've
great
covered,
band,
we've
great
lineup.
lineup.
Yep.
Awesome. Well done, John.
Well done.
What do you think of the lineup? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, give us a follow as well. Give us a like. Give us a comment.
5-star review, of course.
Of course, every time. Right, dude? It's time to say goodbye. I know you don't like doing it.
I don't like doing this bit.
You get a little bit upset, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I wish you well. Until next time, goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
We're so sorry to see you go, but thanks for tuning